Hi, I'm Jacqueline Hansen. Here's a look at some of our biggest business stories of the week. The so-called Panama Papers leaked this week and took the world by surprise. Millions of secret documents revealed shell companies in Panama belonging to the rich and some to the famous. The idea that the wealthy might be using those offshore shell companies to hide money from the tax man, it didn't go over well. Protests in Iceland over the Prime Minister's connection to the leaks forced him to step aside. Executives of banks in Europe also stepped down. And some of Canada's big banks defended themselves, saying they're confident they do enough to prevent tax evasion. But as much as the leaks have sparked outrage, actually owning an offshore shell company isn't illegal, but it's still sparking intense debates.
Mostly it is perfectly legal, and that's the really scandalous part, is how we've made this legal to be able to shelter money from our own governments.
A U.S. state is learning the hard way that discrimination can be bad for business. Vancouver-based Lionsgate is moving production of one of its new TV shows out of North Carolina and into Canada. That's after a law was passed that cracks down on rights for people who are gay and particularly transgender. Among other things, the law requires that all bathrooms be used according to the biological gender on a person's birth certificate. It's the first law in the country that attempts to limit bathroom options.
I went to high school here at Ragsdale, where the locker room where we used right down the hall here and downstairs was separated for boys and girls. And that's frankly a policy and a standard that I think should remain.
Cold-fX is the only natural health product clinically proven to boost our immune system, reducing the duration, severity, and frequency of cold and flu symptoms.
Claims like those landed the makers of Cold-fX in court this week, where a BC litigator wants approval for a class action lawsuit. He claims the drug maker Valiant misled consumers and ignored their own research about the short-term effectiveness of the product. Valiant denies the allegations and wants the judge to reject the class action application. For all of these stories and more, go to cbc.ca/business and join us on Twitter @CBC Business. I'm Jacqueline Hansen. See you in 7 days.